So you think a cheap show? Or a cheap suit?
Here's your trailer, Mr. Price.
This is the life, yeah man. Breeze.
One.
I'll never see you again. We are on this one. Hello? Yeah. We're going to ship tomorrow. Yes.
Yeah, me. One thing me have to tell you. I Dan Biggs podcast. I make me tell you something about the body.
No, big up Dan Biggs, you know, shit, like, man, a top rank in there, east side, so you know,
So we represent Dan Biggs. You get me? I say not Biggs Dan, you know. Yeah. But we got Biggs Dan same way. Dan Biggs, podcast, Magdi.
Boom! Welcome to another episode of the Dan Biggs podcast. So we start the podcast every other podcast last. It's our vibes. It's a good time to be alive. It's a wonderful time to celebrate. We're celebrating life tonight. We're celebrating dancehall music. We're celebrating life, and we're celebrating the fathers. You understand? So, let's get into the meat of the matter. You know, the podcast is about discussing dancehall, the culture, and how dancehall music has affected the Jamaican populace and, you know, the Jamaican diaspora. So, dancehall music this week, very popping. You have to talk about Vybz Kartel, and that's hands down something we have to do because Kartel is the man. So, I want to start the episode by discussing what Vybz Kartel has done. The question has always been, why is Vybz Kartel the king of the dancehall? Or is he the true king of the dancehall? And I'll tell you why I believe that he's the king of the dancehall currently. What Vybz Kartel has done, he's pushed the barriers. He break the barriers when it comes on to dancehall and financial affluence. What Vybz Kartel has done is push us into another realm of actually achieving monetary gain. I'm not just talking about his booking fee, right? And what his team gets. Me could be real. For the past 2 years, we're discussing dancehall and the economics of dancehall. We've been looking at it from a microeconomic perspective, where we're looking at the jerk chicken man, the soup man, the peanut man, the man them are also upon the thing. You know what I mean? The girl them will get the promotional girl. That's how we're looking at the economics of dancehall. But what Vybz Kartel has done, he has now created a musical conglomerate. When it's like a Movada, Bounty Killer, that's top billing, that is kings. So it's like when they had the kings of comedy with Cedric the Entertainer and Dale Hughley and them man, and they come together and they made a worldwide tour. That is the level of greatness Vybz Kartel is achieving right now. Alkaline did it with his movement, right? But no one has done it to the magnitude of what Vybz Kartel is doing it at right now. Let us look at it this way. Look at the tour bus them. You see like a Rowan Marley. You see so many familiar faces in the dancehall sphere, but the people that are in the circle are at a high level, are the upper echelons. Another thing Vybz Kartel did was he did it without the aid of VP or the quote unquote gatekeepers. So you have like back in the day, you have like a Green Sleeve Records, you have a VP. You know what I mean? You have those record labels where could have control and distribute and do everything. Vybz Kartel do it on him own pretty much with his team, with Scatterburrell and, you know, him lawyer and thing. So what Vybz Kartel is now doing, it is unheard of. It is all right. I'll tell you this. Kartel, Bounty Killer, Movado, Buju Banton, DJ Khaled. Millions of US dollars that come together. The economic aspect and the economic effect is way greater than anyone has ever done. I mean, Shaggy and Sean Paul did it, but they didn't create a movement. They didn't create a teamwork effort. Shaggy did it on his own. Well, Shaggy never did it on his own. He did it with the help of Robert Livingston, which big up yourself. I'm a general that you understand. And Sean Paul did it as well, but he did it by himself. Vybz Kartel moved with him team. You understand? And when you see a Movado and a Bounty Killer and the whole massacre up on the stage, and no one has ever done it before. You know what I mean? Elephant Man was doing it big, you know. Don't get me wrong. Elephant Man was doing it big. But when Elephant Man was doing it being affiliated with a hip hop artist. So Ellie did sign to Bad Boy when him having tour bus and do him thing. Sister Kalanchi did it big too as well. Enough man remember that. Sister do it, but when him do it, him did sign with Jay-Z them. You understand? Who Kartel signed with? The start to me, man. That are greatest, man. Believe me. So, what Vybz Kartel is doing, he's doing it single-handedly as a Jamaican artist, as a dancehall artist. And this is what I was always hoping for. I was always hoping for Vybz Kartel to bridge, to break barriers, not only streaming-wise, but break barriers financially. If you look at my previous episodes on the podcast, it states that it's showing you that what I wanted was Vybz Kartel to link up with like the likes of an Akon. And when you link up with the likes of an Akon, you're not talking about street vibes, Roman, or you used to shoot and do this and do that. And no, you're talking about Akon. How can I get into the power and energy source? You know what I mean? How can I actually become an entrepreneur in the power sector because Jamaica and JPS are rob the people in? You know what I mean? Because a lot of people don't understand that Akon is one of the largest, one of the owners of the largest power providers in Africa. You know what I mean? So therefore, you're in different rooms making different moves. And so I want to say hats off to Vybz Kartel for that. You know what I mean? Personally, when I'm behind bars, I say, yo, Kartel, nah, I'm going to make it. You know? Me give up hope. Seriously, give up hope. But the G, I do it and make it work. You know what I mean? It make it work. Right. So the other aspect we want to look at, see, would Vybz Kartel be as big as he is without his prison stint? Or would he be as big as he is without the Gully Gaza rivalry? This is something to think about. A lot of people are so caught up in themselves and become caricature of themselves, and they think that, oh yeah man, he want a big same way, man. Rubbish. Yeah, that makes sense. When you understand how energy works, Kartel, all right, take an elastic band or a drawback car. You draw back the car so till the tension build up. That's a Kartel time in a prison. Yes, when you let him out, that explosion come with energy, come with ideas, come with opportunities to just propel and catalyst and grow and shoot to the stars. And that is exactly what he's doing now because he's been held back for so long. He's living his life now. When you see me too watch and no matter about time and anything there, a reality I deal with. A reality I deal with, bro. You understand what I say? So, what Vybz Kartel has done is an amazing thing. It's an amazing thing for not only dancehall, but the economic aspect of dancehall. So let us. He has defied the odds. He has single-handedly defied the odds. Beat the disease, come a road, and it is almost impossible to believe that he's doing such a wonderful thing with other artists and collaborating with them. You know what I mean? And he is the main collaborator. He's the main source, not a hip-hop artist. You know? Would he be this big without the Gully Gaza rivalry? Again, no. Because a lot of people who the earlier onset of Vybz Kartel fans in the diaspora really got in tune with Vybz Kartel with the Gully and Gaza rivalry. So him still, everything that he went through, every single aspect, when him go through in a Spanish town, when him go through in a Portmore, Gaza, when him go through with Killer, when him go through with Bavado, every single aspect molded him into who he is, and it all came together perfectly for him. So let us look at it this way. I'm going to tell my fellow brethren them this. Use them as an example. No? Sometimes things are go the worst way. I say, yo, John, me one can't assault. So. But an assault is assault. I just know your time. So in closing, let us look at it from this way. Vybz Kartel has done what no other dancehall artist has ever done. He has forced the barrier to increase the Jamaicans or the dancehall artists' ability to earn. When I talk about ability to earn, we talk about pulling power. So them are full stadiums, them are deliver performance, and they're doing it in a professional manner. You know what I mean? They're collaborating. They are collaborating. So therefore, if you have on the billing, and this is what people have to understand, if you had on the billing a Vybz Kartel, you spend 1.5 million. You add a Mavada to it, you're spending another $500,000. You add a Bounty Killer, you're spending another $500,000. Quick and fast, you pull a $4 million budget instead of $1.5 million budget. You understand what I mean? So that is a machine in the workings. I remember having a conversation with Robert Livingston once, and him said, Dan Biggs, them time when I shaggy at the hot shots, man. $1 million line of credit with us a work, man. $1 million line. I'm like, so what? Unheard of. Unheard of. So Sean Paul and Shaggy did it as well, but they just never do it as big as Vybz Kartel, and they never did it with a conglomerate. You understand? Let us also look at the aspect. Is Vybz Kartel the king of the dancehall, or is he the king of social media? You could say he's the king of both, because he's the most current artist on social media, most influential dancer artist on social media as well. And yeah, so and I'm gonna make the king moves. But I will say this: he does not have the most current song in dancehall, and his song is not leading dancehall. Massacre's Mute and Massacre's Whites is still the two biggest songs out of Jamaica for the past year ago. You know what I mean? And so therefore you have to give respect to that. So it's not a competitive thing, it's a collaborative thing. When they say a Massacre go up on the stage, he might give respect to a king. He might give respect to a king, because he's a king himself. You know? When I did the interview with him, I sit down and chat to them and think, the G let me know straight, yeah, him respect Kartel. But it wasn't my place to come out and speak about that. Me have to make the king talk when he want to talk. And when him see it fit. Them man don't have a whole heap of words, bro. When them man they talk profound. You know? So crocodile, man. Crocodile till it be say one side till the bone white. You understand what I say? So it's a wonderful time to be alive, a wonderful time to discuss dancehall music, and yeah, that is it for the night.
Boom, check this out. You know it's about Sir Toxic all the way from Miami, Florida. July 12th, the whole of Calgary, the whole of Alberta. Get ready for the big one, get ready for the hot one.